Good morning, Finley Dreamers.
Good morning, Mrs. Adams.
Good morning, Finley Scholars.
Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Good morning, Finley family. And good morning, Otto.
Yes, and good morning, Mr. Kirby and Otto.
Well, it is another great Thursday. I have to tell you what a proud principal I am. Working with students yesterday, you won't believe this, but Mrs. Johnson was trying to teach students a throw, overhand throw, underhand throw, catching it with your opposite hand. And do you know what Anderson and Andy were doing? They had their cameras on so she could give them feedback. And Mrs. Johnson could see that they were improving each time they were throwing their spongy ball. And I could see other students who were practicing. It just made Mrs. Johnson's teaching so much easier and so much more fun for her because it worked. So shout out to Anderson and Andy and all the students who know that even just for a little bit, when you turn your camera on, it makes the teacher feel good. It makes the student know that he or she is learning and improving, and it just makes Finley a great place. So thank you for that.
Well, yes, you had some similar thoughts to me. I was on with Mrs. Smith's class yesterday, and guess what? I was talking about leadership and cool kids, and they were having their camera on. So I could really listen to them with their body language and their facial expressions. That's so important with listening. And they were telling me all the great leadership behaviors that we should show in school. So they're filling out an application to be part of Cool Kids and helping kids all in the school. So I'm very excited. So shout out to you guys out there. And then Francisco in Mrs. Dowell's class, one of the most improved students in our school. He's coming all day long. He's on every single small group meeting too in the afternoon. Thanks so much, Francisco. We're so proud of you. You're doing it right. And then Ollie Bennett from Mrs. Osborne's room. He went out of town, and guess what? He had all his materials there. He was still on Teams, and he got all his work done. But yet I'm not finished yet, you all. I have a list of all these positive office referral students that I'm going to talk about right now. Mrs. Campero, Courtney got a positive office referral. Mrs. Fontenay, Zoe, Mrs. McDermott, and Fisher picked the same person, Anushka. They didn't even know that. Mrs. Nelson, Pranish, Spreitzer, Destiny, Roberts Varghese, Alexa, Mrs. Rivard, Ardati, Miss Simmons, Kiki, Mrs. Dow, Tabla, Mrs. Crawford, Ariana, Miss Stender, Naibi and Anas, Mrs. Jinx, Tristan and Jamari, Mrs. Boudreau Ruby, and Mrs. Moulton. Vanessa, I can't wait to meet with you at noon today.
So I'm hearing a common thread or a theme here is that when I have my camera on and I'm in class with my teacher, especially my essentials teachers, then they can see that I am working with them, right? If my camera's not on, then they wouldn't know that I'm hearing their lesson and learning what I need to do or showing Ms. Johnson that I can catch, right? Okay. So sometimes it's okay to have your camera off if you're not feeling it, but to show teachers that we're learning, it's kind of essential, right? Okay. Otto, I've got a question for you. So when we do our college cheer, do you know what that year is for you?
2020, 2035.
2035. So that year, and do you know what will happen in 2035?
I'll go to college.
You will graduate from college if you go for 4 years, right? So, and I want to make it clear that we always talk about college, but there's a lot of learning and a lot of programs that you can take part in after high school, right? So if I want to figure out when you graduate from high school, do you know what I have to subtract from 2035?
You have to subtract 3.
Or 4 years if I go to college for
Oh.
4 years. So if I subtract 4, I'm gonna get what? 20. Oh, this isn't very good. 28. So you'll graduate from college in 2020, or graduate from high school in 2028. I just thought, we do these college cheers, and this would be your 4 years of university or private college. Like, say you went to Iowa State University for 4 years. After your graduation from high school in 2028, you would graduate from college in 2035.
What do you think about his subtraction, Otto? Hold that sign up again, Mr. Kirby. 35 minus 4. What do you think?
Uh-oh.
Wait, Otto's going to tell you.
It's 5 plus 5 minus 4.
Yeah.
It equals 1.
Oh, fantastic. Mr. Kirby, we always learn from our mistakes.
That's right. You know what? Otto, thank you, and Mrs. Adams, because I was thinking of 5th grade in 2032 in my head, even though I wasn't looking at it. I might have been looking at it backwards. So, okay. You'll graduate from high school in 2031. All things going as they should from here on out, right? So I just wanted to make sure that we know our college cheer is a 4-year college afterwards. So thanks for helping me out with that, Otto. Do you have anything you'd like to share?
I have a shout out.
Shout out.
For Miss Roberts and Miss Varghese for working hard to teach us.
Thanks, Otto.
Yes, Otto. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for helping me with my subtraction. And we all make mistakes, so we got to own them. I'll make sure I check my math a lot more carefully next time. But until then, I think now is the perfect time for a college cheer, a 4-year college cheer. Are we ready? 1, 2, ready, go.
2, 4, 6, 8. When does 5th grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 32. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does 4th grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 33. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does 3rd grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 34. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does 2nd grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 35. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does 1st grade graduate? 20, 20, 20, 36. 2, 4, 6, 8. When does kindergarten graduate? 20, 20, 20, 37. Family dreamers, dream big. Dream big. We believe. We believe. Whole heart. Whole heart. Be the change. Be the change. And wait.